Good morning. Good morning. This is Robert Shockey, your marketing director for Direct Sellers. And today is going to be an exciting day. We have one of the presenters from the Las Vegas Uncorked event. If you missed it, now's your chance to tune in and watch this on our live webinar. You're already on the call, or you're listening to dcradiolife.com, where we're broadcasting this live. Last week, we had over 23 countries listening in to the DC Radio Network. And today, I'm honored and privileged to welcome the top money earner, Austin Zulauf. Austin, it was great to see you in Las Vegas. Incredible energy. We were talking before this call, and it's just amazing what you're doing with the team. And I remember one of your first calls that we did together with your team way back when. And today, you are now Direct Sellers top money earner. How's it feel today?
You know, I'm just loving living, Robert, and I really appreciate the opportunity that was given to me by Peter Jensen. And, you know, without we, there is no me. So we've got some phenomenal people like, you know, Jefferson Green, Nina Moore, Derek and Sherry Lazier, Joe and Tina that I've got to give it back to because, you know, just like without the field, there is no corporate. Without we, there is no me. So I love every second of life. Absolutely.
Well, we're excited. And we also, I believe we have Jerry Greenfield. I thought I heard you on the line. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm right here, ready and waiting. Austin, great job. I really enjoyed meeting you in Vegas, too.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you, one of the things that was exciting about last week is that we had Jefferson Green on giving his presentation on how to build week to week. But I think that your presentation, the 7 P's for success, is what we're going to be discussing today. I have your presentation on load in the rear here for all those that are watching online, but I'm not going to steal your thunder. This is one of the cornerstones of your training, and I just want to say thank you so very much for coming on Direct Sellers to share this with all the members of Direct Sellers today. So I'm going to hand it over to you. And
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Robert Shockey, for sure. And by the way, Jerry Greenfield has referred a couple really good wines to me to try. And, you know, so guys, if you get a moment to talk to Jerry Greenfield and get some of those wines that, you know, he drinks on a regular basis as well. In addition, man, he's just a plethora of knowledge. And but yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So today we're going to be going over the 7 P's. The 7 P's explains the entire network marketing process that we go through on a professional capacity. So even some of the top earners in the industry can't necessarily tell you step by step exactly what they do in order to have success. This is going to break it all down step by step from mindset, where it all starts, all the way to duplication, which I've heard some people say is a myth. But our company is proving that that's not true with phenomenal leaders like Matt Morrow and Brett Hudson and this whole group that we've got here. We're proving that duplication is not a myth, and these 7 P's are going to be your key to having duplication within your organization. So let's go ahead and get started. Step 1 in the 7 P's is posture. It's where it all starts. Posture, the definition, is the weakness people sense in you or the strength people sense in you. Okay, so remember this. Everything you chase will run away, but everything you run away from will chase. You need to remember in building your organization to completely emotionally detach yourself from whether or not that person joins you or they don't. Okay, care about the person. Okay, care about them. Don't care about the outcome. And I'll give you a big key on how you can do that as well. I was speaking with a gentleman recently, and I asked him if he had made his list. He said, yeah, he wrote down 20 names. And I said, wow, the pressure is on. Whenever I got started with this, the day PJ called me, I made a list of 600 people that I had to get this in front of. Now, that was just that night. I pulled up my social media, pulled up my phone, and I wanted to make sure that I had enough people that I was acting with a sense of urgency to try and get in front of all these people, and that if 1 or 2 said no, if 9 or 10 said no, if 50 or 60 said no, I didn't care because I had so many people I had to talk to. In sales, we would say if they're not buying, I'm flying. Okay, now, of course, you want to follow up with them and that sort of thing, so don't just delete them off your list. Your list is a living, breathing thing. So your list, making a strong list, 100 plus, 200 plus people, that's going to ensure that when you're talking to the first few, if you get some rejection or they may not, no may not mean no, it may just mean not right now. Okay, so to me, no always means not right now. People don't get removed from my list until they absolutely tell me, hey, look, I'm not joining you. You might as well go fly a kite. And even then, I'll probably still expose them sometime down the road. Okay, so step one is posture, the right mindset. Okay, remember, the strength people sense in you or the weakness people sense in you. I'll leave you with this other thought. Remember, when you're talking to folks, you need people. You don't need that person, though. Okay, you don't need any one person. The next step is prospect. Okay, so with prospecting, that's just growing your list every day, expanding your network. Prospecting, by definition, is the art of finding people to talk to. So it's very simple. They're around you all the time. There's an offline prospecting script floating around out there that, it makes it very simple for people to go out and find people to talk to if you're at Walmart or if you're out to eat. Matter of fact, if you go to Google and you type in how to prospect offline, you'll find a video of mine. It's an old video, a few years old, in fact. It was pre-beard, so before I grew a beard. But it talks about what I said. I went to JCPenney's one day, and I got 6 new names and numbers of people that were interested in the business. So remember, when you're out prospecting, that if you're not growing your list every day, if you're not expanding your network, then sooner or later, eventually over time, which it probably will take a bit of time, you'll end up with no one left to talk to on your list. So if you're on social media, it's so easy to go to your friends and say, hey, look, Steve, I'm trying to, expand my network. Can you introduce me in a group chat to the, the 3, biggest go-getters on your friends list? Just, tell them you want to connect them with like minds. This guy's a go-getter and that sort of thing. So, any way that you can expand your network on a day-to-day, you need to be doing that every single day to become a professional in this industry of network marketing. Step 3 in the 7 Ps is peak. Peak interest, not satisfy interest. So write that down if you're writing things down like you should be. Peak interest, not satisfy interest. Okay? Write this down as well. You're the messenger, not the message. You're the messenger, not the message. Okay? You're going to point them to the information. You aren't the supplier of information. One of the things that we do when we're just starting off in network marketing frequently is we have the tendency to just take all the information we're so excited about, and I know there is a ton of excitement right now in Direct Sellers Wine Club, nationwide and worldwide. But you got to take that excitement and harness it the right way. You do not want to just give all the information, oh, man, Peter, you have no idea, man. There's this guy, Jerry Greenfield, the wine whisperer. He's just a plethora of knowledge. And Peter Jensen, the second man in network marketing history to be presented with a $1 million bonus on, this guy, Matt Morrill. So you don't want to throw out all that information because you're going to overwhelm them. Write this down. Duplication starts the moment you prospect someone. Duplication starts the moment you prospect somebody. So you want to pique their interest, not satisfy their interest, okay? You do that. One good key I can give you before we move on is take the things that interest you the most, because selling is a transfer of emotion. And if you're excited about those things, chances are they'll be excited about those things. So pick 1 or 2 things that you can talk about with enthusiasm. Enthusiasm actually comes from a Greek word meaning inspired by the gods. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. After you pique their interest, not satisfy their interest, you point them towards the information. Okay, point them towards the information. Now, what can the information be? Information could be an opportunity call. Information could be what I use personally is I use my duplicatable website, my replicated website. I love the Direct Sellers website. I think it's cool. It's interesting. With my super deluxe advanced case of ADD, I find it interesting and easy to navigate. Love the website, love the back office. So I point them towards our replicated websites, have them check out the DC Opportunity tab, and I send them the 5-minute testimonial video. So, I mean, if you go to YouTube and type in Direct Sellers Wine Club testimonials, it should be the first one that pops up. You know, so I send them that. You know, so we've got all different types of people in that video. They're sharing their testimonial and their excitement, so they should be able to relate with somebody they see in that video. So point them towards the information. Another cool thing that I do is I've got some people from other companies on this call right now. You know, so I mean, people that are looking for training out there and they don't necessarily have training. If your team has a training call, they're looking for the answers. You have the answers. That's called attraction marketing. Okay, so I'm sure I'll get a text message saying, why would you have people from other companies? Well, the thing is, we brought in a lot of people from other companies because they are looking for something that we've got. Okay, so attraction marketing is a big principle that I build on. So point them towards the information. The next P we'll move on is pass. Okay, so what do you pass them to after you have given them the information? Well, first of all, I set up an appointment to follow up with them before I agree to send them information. Okay, so once I send them the information, I follow up with them. I ask them the 3 questions. Okay, did you get a chance to check out the information I sent you? Yes. Great. What did you like best about what you saw? And then whatever they say, I agree with them. Yeah, oh, that's my favorite thing too. And then the 3rd question is, what kind of questions did you have for me? Now, it really doesn't matter what they say because you're just going to respond with, you know what, that's a great question. I'd be curious what my partner, Leslie Cummings, has to say about that. Hold on one second, and then you're going to edify that person once you get them on the line. You know, Leslie, she speaks Spanish in 3 different languages. She doesn't do push-ups. She pushes planets down. She is the baddest thing ever. So I mean, you're just going to talk them up. And the reason why is because you're going to build value in that person. That way when they speak, your prospect listens. So pass is that P. You're going to pass them to a 3rd party to gain credibility. That 3rd party could be the 3-way call, could be an opportunity call, whatever the case may be. I know there's some sizzle calls out there as well, so you could pass them to a sizzle call. Any 3rd party, and this is the reason why. This is the why behind all of that, is because you're going to transfer credibility. All of us have an established network of people we may have, let's say, a level 7 of credibility with. What you're going to do is transfer that credibility they've got to what you're doing. Okay, so that's what the 3-way calls do. That's why 3-way calls are so important if done correctly. You edify, you talk up that person, they thank you, and they talk you up right back. That way you've built value in them, your prospect is listening, and then they build value and credibility in you and what you're doing. Also, that just shows that person they don't have to know all the answers. They just have to know someone who does. So it's a very simple way to make what we do look even easier. So we'll go ahead and move on to the next P after pass, which would be plug. Okay, so far we have posture, prospect, peak, point, pass, and now plug. So you're going to plug them into your systems, whatever your system may be. Okay, so I can tell you that whenever someone gets started, typically what we do is we plug them into the Facebook group and we welcome them. That way they know they're in business for themselves. They're not by themselves. They've got a whole team of people to help train and support. We're not worried about if someone's in this group or that group or if they're cross-line or up-line or whatever. in Direct Sellers Wine Club, we are one team with one dream, period, plain and simple. And we'll support people no matter where they're at in the company, period. Okay, so you want to plug them into whatever your systems are, a Facebook group, a marketing system, team call blasts, text blasts. If you have team calls and webinars, plug them into whatever it is that's going to help them feel like they're a part of something, and make sure that they've got the information on how to get the information out to others. Okay? The last P is promote. Eric Worre, who is one of the foremost thought leaders in network marketing, a great trainer, he says that if you master nothing else but the skill of promoting, that you can make $1 million in network marketing just by promoting. So you want to promote event to event. Write that down if you're writing things down. Promote event to event. Now, what qualifies as an event? Well, technically this does. Opportunity calls do. If you haven't seen, there's a ton of leaders out there. Jen O'Keefe, Nina Moore. I'm actually doing it as well. Joe and Tina Gonzalez, Matt Morrow, just a ton of folks out there that are that you can leverage their time, their money, their expertise. And that's what network marketing is all about, leveraging other people's time, money, and expertise. So what I mean by that is, with all these events going on, promote event to event, a home party, a big venue, like the one we just had in Nashville. There's one in Houston coming up on Thursday. So if you promote event to event and you have guests out to all of those events or on those opportunity calls, you're letting someone else use their time. You're letting the leaders do the heavy lifting to build your business for you. You're leveraging other people's time, other people's money. They've gone out to these events. They've spent the money on the event, the traveling, and you're leveraging their expertise. Make it easy on yourself. We've all heard work smarter, not harder. So promoting event to event is completely different than spamming your social media with all these different posts about your business. No one wants to see that, okay? But they do want to see maybe pictures of you at an event, you living that lifestyle, okay? Not just, talking about how great wine is or the opportunity is. So that's why promoting event to event is so important, is because you can leverage other people and what they're doing. So that's the 7 Ps: posture, prospect, peak, point, pass, plug, and promote. Now, I've got a challenge for anybody and everybody that was listening today on this training call. I challenge you to analyze these 7 steps and implement them in your life. Assimilate them into your business. That way you can make it easy on yourself. Learn how to have good posture. Learn how to present yourself as a professional and emotionally detach yourself from the outcome, because you've got a list you've written down of hundreds of people to talk to, and you've got the vision of being able to talk to all of these people and not worrying about if 1 or 2 say yes or no. To go ahead and learn to pique someone's interest, not satisfy it, and then let them know that, hey, listen, I'm really busy right now, but I'll send you some information. If I were to send it to you, when would you check it out? So learn to appear to be busy and important, which will keep you in control. Apply these 7 Ps and become a network marketing professional today. And let's have fun building a multi-billion-dollar legacy with Direct Sellers Wine Club together. So thanks, Rob. I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to you. I appreciate all that you do for Direct Sellers Wine Club and me and my team as well. Thank you, sir.
Austin Zulauf, top money earner and Direct Sellers. What a valuable, valuable lesson. This presentation, we'll have this presentation for all the people that are listening. We will prepare this presentation, and just like last week with Jefferson Green, we will put this on the back office. It'll be available for download. You can watch it through your back office, check it out on our Vimeo channel, but it'll be available for everyone for rebroadcast. And for anyone that is listening on the DC radio network, thank you so much. There are people tuning in from all over the country, and it's really amazing, Austin. And I know that when I spoke to you the other day, you were in Nashville. and in the car with leading people, and it's really inspiring. Thank you again. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining this call. Special thanks to Austin Zulauf for sharing your wisdom for direct sellers, and everyone enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Get in, get wine, and get social.